Not only were the fans shocked, but everyone's jaw dropped when Kim decided to divorce Kanye West. After everything that they got, all the perks and privileges that Kanye shared to Kim and their family, people really thought that they would never let go of him and would always want him to be part of their clan. But that's obviously not the case anymore, as Kanye and Kim have been coming for each other ever since the divorce. We all know how Kanye can go overboard most of the time, but Kim is not backing out without a fight. Apparently, Kim had a fair share of shading Kanye as well. I mean, anyone who would be in Kim's position would flip when Kanye said all those foul words and issues against her. But since the Kardashians are trying to portray their characters, their attacks towards their enemies are often subtle. I bet that you're also excited to know about how Kim allegedly harassed Kanye. But let's first take a look back at what their relationship was like and how it actually ended. Many of us don't really like how these Kardashians behave and some of the things that they did just to get to where they are. But even if you're not a fan, chances are you've heard of them already. Their fame is really questionable to a lot of people. But hey, many of us always love to watch some drama and entertainment, and that is what they're known for. That being said, they already got the fame and money, but they would not be as big as they are right now if not for Kanye. Do you guys even know how they started their careers? What made them famous? For sure, not all of you know how their relationship blossomed and turned into one of the most powerful and influential duos that ever happened. Because of this, no one really expected that they would end their relationship, especially that they already have 4 children. On one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim talked about the first time that she met Kanye. She said, "I met him I think in 2002 or 2003. He was recording a song with Brandy and I was her friend. I vividly remembered hanging out with him and then they did a video together, so I'd see him a few times. He was asking his friends, 'Who is this Kim Kardashian?' He didn't know what my name was." They did not spark romance during their first meeting, but a few years after, they started building a connection when they were given the chance to work together for a television pilot. But even though their attraction towards each other was so strong, Kim ended up marrying her then fiancé Kris Humphries in 2011. When Kanye was asked about this hurdle in his love story with Kim K, he stated, "I got a phone because somebody decided they wanted to marry Kris Humphries. I started sending her pictures of like certain basketball players that used to be cool, then now they wear their pants all the way up to here. Like, this is your future." So maybe Kanye's feelings was deeper since then. Kim eventually left Kris and then they decided to end their relationship just 72 days after they were wedded. Crazy. Kanye saw this as an opportunity to finally shoot his shot with Kim. The rest was history since then. They started attending different events and celebrations together, and when Kim was also becoming famous thanks to Ye, they also never shied away from showing the public how extravagant they can go just to show that they love each other. But before we get deeper into the video, if you want to know more about Kim and Kanye, then make sure they subscribe to our channel right away. I will always keep you posted about the latest happenings in their lives and more. Considering that this is what they went through just so they could be together, many fans are expecting for them to be the endgame. With everything that Kanye did to her, we all thought that she would never let go of him. On the other hand, Kim K, alongside her family, was very accepting of Kanye. I mean, why would they not do that if Kanye was the reason that they had all the connections until now? Yes, the leaked tape of Kim was the biggest reason why people suddenly became interested in them. But when Kanye came into the picture, their whole lives were changed. Before, people would not even notice Kim K because of how normal she dresses. Her style back then was very different from now. In 2012, Kanye even changed Kim's whole wardrobe as he claimed that Kim's clothes were not as fashionable. Look at how her fashion improved throughout the years. She even had the chance to attend the Met Gala the following year because she was Kanye's +1. She was the first member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan that graced the red carpet of such a prestigious event. Even Kim herself did not feel like she belonged there and thought that nobody wants her there. And when people, designers, big media outlets, and a lot more saw that she's someone special to Kanye, they took interest in her and her family as well. When Kim divorced Kanye, she already has millions and tons of connections. She must have thought that she can now let go of Kanye as she's already established and would not be needing him to continue getting the fame that her and her family is so crazy about. But let's be honest, ever since Kanye was no longer associated with the Kardashians, they slowly lost their shine and people nowadays are not seeing them as special as they used to be. Let's also never forget about everything that Kanye said against Kim when they finally separated. The possible reason for their split, which was hinted by Kim herself, got something to do with Kanye moving to Wyoming. He moved there and wanted the family to be there as well, full time. But Kim's life is in LA and she wanted to raise their children there as well. Apparently, it caused a huge crack in their marriage and became the root cause of their big fight before the divorce. And now that Kim must have been feeling the consequences of no longer being with Kanye, she's trying to make it look like it was all Kanye's fault that their love story ended. Of course, people immediately picked up on what she was trying to do. Since she and her family are getting a lot of backlash from different controversies, Kim is turning this into an opportunity to seek sympathy from the public. Do you think Kim is capable of dragging Kanye the way he did to her? I would love to know your thoughts, so comment them down below. But she should have known better because her ex-husband is often vicious in his trades on social media. This dude has no filter, and even though many of the things he said are wrong, there are still people who would clap for him and support everything that he does and says. And for those who are unable to keep up with all the news related to them, then Kanye is already married to a different woman right now. Since he is much more influential than the Kardashians combined, he could easily turn down everything Kim has to say about him. On the other hand, Kim and her family are working harder these days just so they can stop the people from making them flop. As I've mentioned earlier, gone are the days that the people are always interested in this family. They turned from entertaining to petty real quick because of all their dumb decisions and acts. Since this is not the case for them, they have to do a lot of PR stunts just to make people talk about them. Kim dated Pete Davidson after she got divorced from Kanye, and even that relationship is believed as a publicity stunt only. Come on, Pete got dragged so hard by Kanye, threatened and shamed him online only to end up knowing that Kim just used him. Poor Pete though. There are even rumors going around that Kim and her family would not be invited to the upcoming Met Gala this year. And guess who's behind that? Many fans are claiming that Kanye got to do with it. While Kim's life and popularity is so much different compared to when she was still with Kanye, it just makes sense that she would involve him once again in her statements just to catch people's attention. But now that Kanye is married to Bianca, people are accusing Kim of paying a paps to follow Kanye and Bianca. Kanye even confronted the paparazzi for following them. Their conversation got heated, and many were saying that it was unlikely of Kanye to have an altercation with the Pops. But this paparazzi in particular made some comments about Kanye's children, which threw him off. Okay, some of you might think that Kim would not do that to her own children. Come on guys, you all should really wake up if you're believing this. Kim had been involved in a lot of shady stuff for a very long time already. It would not be impossible if she gets their children involved in the drama if that's what it would take to get back the fame that satisfied her before. We all know that she's regretting her decision of divorcing Kanye. I mean, sure, she might really not have strong feelings for him anymore, but we all know how important her influence and popularity is for her. They're breathing for people's approval and validation, and that has always been the case ever since. Instead of trying so hard to make PR stunts, Kim and the rest of the family should know how to be kind instead and mature. That way, people might look at them in a different light. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out these videos.